Good evening. The news. President Wavell Ramkalawan has conveyed his message of condolences to the children and family of the late Bishop French Shanghim, who passed away early this morning. An Anglican priest himself, the president said he shared a very close relationship with Bishop Shanghim. We'll have a report a little later in the news flash. The 2022 results of the pension fund are good, even better than the year before, according to the fund's chief, Nisrin Abdul Majid. She said that the good performance is due to the good decision taken by management to review the contribution rates as well as the retirement age. As a result, total mandatory contributions alone has increased to 611 million rupees in 2022 compared to 428 million rupees in 2021. A copy of the fund's annual report was handed over to the Ministry of Finance by the CEO and the board chairperson, Mark Poirot, at the Finance Head Office, Liberty House.
At 31st December 2022, the total mandatory contributions that SPF collected was 611 million. In 2021, we collected 428 million. In terms of voluntary contributions, in 2022, we've collected 34.8 million compared to 2021, where we've collected 38.7 million. SPF is on the right track with the reform. We expect to receive the actuary report by mid this year. And just to mention that we have a second phase of reform that's coming in terms of looking at the Seychelles Pension Fund Act. We are doing a comprehensive review, and we expect that this exercise would be complete by end of 2023.
The Speaker of the National Assembly of the Union of the Comoros, Mustadroin Abdou, met with President Ramkalawan this morning at State House. The visit is part of the Executive Committee of the Association of Parliamentarians of the Indian Ocean Commission, the IOC, in Seychelles from the 23rd to the 26th of this month, and the meeting of the Presidents of the National Assembly of the member countries, that's Seychelles, Mauritius, Comoros, and Madagascar. The purpose of the meeting of the Executive Committee is to validate the statutes, the rules of procedure, and the joint declaration to be submitted afterwards to the Conference of Presidents of the National Assembly. President Ramkalawan welcomed the Comorian parliamentarians and expressed the wish that the meeting was in the spirit of friendship, brotherhood and good neighborliness, which has always characterized relations between the countries of the sub-Saharan Africa region. The government has introduced regulations to facilitate classifications of hotels, self-caterings and other tourism-related activities. The approval was announced after this week's cabinet meeting. Vice President Ahmed Afif said standards for small and big hotels, guest houses and self-catering have been introduced. They have also agreed on ratings measured against those standards. The ratings will be compulsory for hotels with 15 rooms and over. For others, it will be optional.
Government has introduced regulations, and I think that's been done in consultation with the trade, where they've agreed on standards for the big hotels, the small hotels, the guest houses, and the self-catering, as well as for other tourism-related activities such as restaurants, dive centers, dive operators, travel agents, tour operators, etc. They've also agreed on a rating for after you've agreed on the standards. There's also a rating, so you measure it against these standards. And there's up to 5-star rating, depending on how you score against different criteria, which includes the size of your bedroom, service facilities, the quality of your service. You measured against that, and for large hotels, they will have up to 5-star rating. For the smaller ones, 15 rooms or less, they will go on a Seychelles Secrets rating, which is the Seychelles Secrets Gold, Silver, or Bronze. And again, it's based on a scoring system. that is expected to be in place by January 2024, next year. It will be compulsory for all those establishments with 50 rooms and over. For those below, it's optional, but I would imagine a lot of them would want to have that because it's a mark, it's a branding that you would like to have to sell your product.
President Wavell Ramkalawan has conveyed his message of condolences to the children and family of the late Bishop French Chang Him, who passed away earlier this morning. An Anglican priest himself, the president said he shared a very close relationship with Bishop Chang Him. He said that his passing has left a void in the Anglican diocese, the community and the entire world. President Ramkalawan says in his message that the country has lost a precious child, a man of deep faith, an obedient servant and a devoted father and grandfather. His departure leaves a void in the Anglican Church, in our community and around the world. As the first Seychellois Anglican priest, Bishop French served everyone with love and was a source of encouragement to those who would later respond to the same calling. As a man of God, he embraced all faiths and was welcomed in temples, mosques and churches. He helped set up SIFCO, the body that provides a platform for all faiths in Seychelles to seek and seek common goals in the search of reconciliation and unity. President Ramkalawan continues to say that as a man who had been by the side of his beloved wife Susie in her fight against cancer, Bishop French was instrumental in the setting up of the Cancer Concern Association. President Ramkalawan has, on behalf of the government, the people of Seychelles, and on his personal behalf, expressed deepest condolences to his daughters, Frances and Michelle, the grandchildren, the family and the Anglican community. His soft voice and gentle touch will be missed by everyone. He fought the good fight and was faithful to the end. In a separate communique, the Bishop of the Anglican Diocese, Reverend James Wong, is calling on everyone to join in prayer for the family of Bishop Chang Him. He said that though the bishop's death had saddened the community, they know that he is now rejoicing with his Saviour. As of tomorrow at noon, there will be a book at the St. Paul Cathedral for those who wish to convey their condolences. The Pilgrim Security is celebrating its 30th anniversary since its foundation. The founder, Errol Fonseca, says the company has had substantial growth over the years since its creation. The company was founded in 1992 and was officially registered in 1993 as one of the first private security firms. A cake-cutting ceremony was held to commemorate its 30th anniversary celebration.
2008.
What's important, at 20 years, I said before, we must have done something right. At 30 years, I'm going to repeat the same thing. We must have done something right to get to that point. But you also asked me about growth. Growth is important in the company. Sometimes you can grow fast, but you need to grow. If you don't grow, you're going backwards. And with the technology today, with the needs of the different clients, you have to also align your growth to that. So growth is important, and we need to continue that way.
We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a very pleasant evening.